Welcome back to the channel. How you doing? How you doing? Sit on down and woo. Ooh, sorry. Excuse me. I don't know where that pop of meat came from. I've been watching a little bit too much Meat Canyon lately. Anyway, we're here with a newer viewer-suggested video, the Cop Vials. The Cop Files. Blah, blah, blah. Cop Vials. There's no vials of anything. This is another viewer-suggested clip. This one suggested by, I'm going to insert the name here because I forgot to write that down. So, anyway, the Cop Files. This is another thing from the world of unanswered oddities. And I believe there's a little commingling between the two. I think there's some Tiggy sightings, I've been told. Anyway, we're just getting right into it. The Cop Files, Part 1.
Guns.
Guns. Yep.
Sex.
Yep. Oh, God.
Death.
Yeah.
All this and more can be found in the Cop Files.
Many things.
Crumpdale PD. A search for a missing
Crumpdale?
Glory is underway.
Daft Punk?
Cop normally, busting perps for snorting teeth or smoking dirt. But I was put on the Tiggy case because the department considered it low priority.
Whoa.
Skibbles is a MV personality, somewhat famous for his work on the poorly reviewed Unanswered Oddities.
I don't watch too much Monovision. My show is Bug Fights, the one where they got the bugs fighting. Anyway, story goes like this. Tiggy doesn't show up to work. He gets reported missing. A couple days later, he returns. Nobody thinks much about it. He went on
No one thought much about it. He didn't look the same.
It's a robot. No one on the production
I knew it.
even notice. Then we get a scream from one of the show's 27 viewers telling us that's not Tiggy Skibbles. Thus, I'm put on the case. So I hit the streets, visiting all of Tiggy's normal haunts, the beer heap, the liquor dump, Gugu's porn
always
vat.
goes
Don't
to the
find
Gugu
Tiggy,
porn vat.
we don't find no robot. This case seems like it's going to be put on ice.
But a 119
Can't just give
call
up
is
on
about to
Tiggy.
heat things up again.
He wouldn't give up on us unless he was bored.
Yeah, hello?
This is 119. What's your emergency, sir?
I'm sorry, but you have a very lovely voice. It's distracting.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you to say.
Do you sing?
Only when I'm in the shower.
Well, get me tickets to that.
Excuse me? That's
Whoa.
incredibly
No,
inappropriate.
not tickets to you showering. That's not what I'm not like
What's
that.
the emergency, sir?
I think I just heard some guy next door getting murdered. He was yelling, "Don't murder me! I'm Tiggy Skibbles."
Officer
Oh, no.
races to the scene.
Tiggy!
Just warn you, the footage you are about to see is graphic, and some audiences may find it disturbing. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Oh, come on.
Officer Snarbo at location.
It's up to you, Snarbo. Save Tiggy.
Dispatch, we got 2 couches here.
2 couches. That's too many couches for that space.
Holy mono.
Should only be 1.
Mother of God.
Whoa.
Dispatch
Tiggy!
at 10:54 requesting additional units.
Oh, my God. Immediate cliffhanger. These are short episodes, it looks. So anyway, we'll just roll into the next. Due to the graphic nature of this program.
MV personality, Tiggy Skibbles and his robot imposter both went missing. Officer Prag Snarbo was put on the case to find Mr. Skibbles.
Snarbo's off to it.
A haunting 119 call. Snarbo headed
That was a
out
pretty
to
scary call.
potential crime scene where he discovered a horrifying sight. The case continues only on the Cop Files. Crumpdale PD. The department is on high alert.
Double
after
fisting
Officer
donuts.
Snarbo's grisly findings.
I've
just
seen
so
a
many
lot of messed up
donuts.
stuff in my career, but what kind of sick freak has 2 couches in the same room facing?
That's
each other?
what I'm
Makes me wanna
saying.
puke. And of course, we found the robot that was impersonating Mr. Skibbles,
Oh,
at least
whew.
half of it, but still no sign of Tiggy himself.
After searching the
Okay,
rest
there's
of
still
the
hope for
crime
Tiggy.
scene, law enforcement
The
finds
robot
a
can
clue.
We found a receipt,
get
don't know who it
get
belongs
wrecked.
to, so brought it back to the crime lab for testing.
Yeah, we spent the last 96 hours running a bunch of tests on the receipt. We started by examining the molecular composition.
As you do.
It's made of paper, which tells us nothing.
Insightful.
And composed of atoms, like everything else is. We performed an X-ray on the receipt. That didn't help at all. I took a bite of it, and while delicious, provided no new information.
Delicious.
We sprayed it with perfume. I'm not really sure why. But then we stumbled upon a novel approach of just reading the receipt. And with that, we can tell you it's from a Moogle's convenience store.
So the
Moogles.
receipt is apparently for a bag
Kupo.
of hair that was purchased about an hour before we think the robo-murder took place.
Surveillance footage from the convenience store shows one Glurin leaving with a bag of hair.
After reviewing the footage,
Whoa.
we were able to identify the Glurin. He's got quite the rap sheet. He's been picked up a couple times for running teeth from Deepton. He's got a bunch
Oh,
of BPs
that's-
on his
you
record.
can't do
that's
that.
Rating and enjoying. So yeah, we brought him in for questioning.
For the Glurin's safety, his identity has been concealed.
All right, do you know why we're talking to you today?
Because I killed those 30 Glurant.
Oh, well,
No, but I'll have some questions about that a little
yeah,
later.
that's a good
What do you know
admission
about
as we
Tiggy
need.
Skibbles?
Never heard the name. I know a Barco stunt. You want to know about Barco?
No, we want to know about Tiggy.
Some wet curtains like you wouldn't believe.
Don't need to know about Barco. Listen, I think you do know Tiggy Skibbles.
I don't recall a Tiggy Skibbles.
Don't BS me. You were with a robot.
Don't
version
go
of
lying
him
about
the other
Tiggy.
night.
I don't recall that at all.
He kept giving me that same answer over and over and over.
Officer Snarbo hit a wall. The investigation hinged on the suspect's cooperation.
Look, I'm just a beat cop. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not a normal detective. I'm just
You're more
guy
than a
that
beat
likes
cop.
watching a centipede kick the shit out of a grasshopper while knocking a few beers back.
Huh?
Maybe that's the answer. Say you want a drink? I can get us some brews.
That doesn't seem like something you're supposed to do or something that I should even consider given the situation. Alright, I'm only gonna do this one beat.
Only do the one.
I was ordered to get rid of the robot, then tie up the real Tiggy
Oh,
at
it
this
worked.
secret location and leave him there. I've said too much already, but let me say a little more. I don't
Yeah,
know
go for it.
who ordered it, but they paid me a lot. And they must have really wanted this Tiggy guy to suffer, because I could have offed him quick, but they wanted him to rot.
What was that address again?
Officer Snarbo now has the potential location of Tiggy Skibbles and is a step closer to closing this case.
Like I said, I'm not a normal detective. Will I get fired and lose my pension for inebriating a suspect to draw out information that's going to be completely inadmissible in court? 100% yes. You know,
Oh.
I can worry about that tomorrow, because today we're going to go get Tiggy Skibbles back.
You know what? Respectable. Putting it all on the line for Tiggy. We'd all do the same. Should learn from this beat cop. We're into the third and final part of the playlist.
Previously,
Huh.
Officer
420,
Snarbo's
haha.
search for MV personality Tiggy Skibbles intensified as Tiggy's robot imposter was found torn in half. While searching the scene of the Robo murder, law enforcement found a clue. With the help of thorough forensic testing, a suspect was determined, and Snarbo's unconventional interrogation methods led to that suspect divulging the potential location of Tiggy Skibbles. The case continues.
Good old Tiggy
only
Skibbles.
on the
We're gonna
Cop
find you.
Files.
We'll bring you back to unanswered oddities.
The MBI has taken a sudden interest in the case.
Whoa.
So yeah, the suits came in and
No
said they're
donuts this
taking over.
time.
One of them is using my desk to display some kind of porcelain tea set. Don't know what that's about, but what am I going to
That's
do? It's the MBI. It is a
interesting.
bummer, you know. I thought I might get to solve the case and save the day, and people would call me Snarbo the hero and get me front row seats to next year's Bug Slam and make me a decorative sash that said "neat job." But maybe I'm just not meant to be a detective.
Special
You are
Agent Doug
Snarbo the
Marvel of
Great.
The Monolithic Bureau of Insinuation will be taking over as lead on the case.
We do commend the beat cop for his efforts, but we feel it's now at a point where MBI needs to step in. We are hopeful we'll find Tiggy from here, but maybe we won't.
What?
Sometimes you just don't, and this kind of stuff slowly drifts away into a sea of things you don't question. The only question I have is what kind of cookie would you like with your tea? Chocolate
chip.
or snickerdoodle?
Chocolate
I
chip.
do have to admit, I'm pretty curious too
Chocolate chip.
how this case will shake out. The location where the suspect said he tied up Tiggy was this long-abandoned worship site said to be run by the Church of Z. You know, I'm a mono-fearing Glurin like everyone else, but those Zorgites take it to another level. Anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with me anymore, I guess. I'm back on the beat, arresting Glurins for sucking wires and drinking water.
Prag Snarbo.
Well, you
heads
can't
out
go
on
drinking
patrol.
water. That
Or
shit's
so
been
it
illegal for
seems.
years.
Look, I don't care if I'm not a detective. This was my case, and I'm gonna finish it.
Snarbo disobeys orders and heads for the worship site.
All right, I've seen a couple.
Snarbo's taking the law into his own hands.
What do we have here?
Ugh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this isn't creepy at all.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, this is perfectly fine.
Someone's keeping the lights on. Tiggy, you down here?
Tiggy.
Wait, what is? Oh, come on. Seriously? Why would
Two
anyone-
couches again?
You. What is happening?
Monsters. There's so many couches.
Just when Snarbo
Are
was
they
ready to
selling
turn
them?
around,
That's too much for furnishing.
Police.
The police, but also please help me.
Oh, Tiggy!
was finally found. Snarbo worked quickly to untie Tiggy.
Get him out of there,
and then
Snarbo!
carried him out on his back.
Dispatch, I need EMS to my location ASAP.
After emergency evac arrived and once Tiggy was safely loaded in, Snarbo returned to the site to see if there were others.
Hello? Anyone? I'm here to help.
No!
Prague Snarbo was shot twice by
Snarbo, no!
He died at the scene. Snarbo's death was not in vain. Tiggy Skibbles was in stable condition
Snarbo!
at Trumpdale Hospital, and while doctors are confident that Tiggy will make a full recovery, he doesn't seem to recall how he ended up at the
Well, at least
work
Tiggy's
site,
good enough to be
and parts
smoking
of other
cigarettes again.
memories are missing. This case may now be closed, but a new case will be opening.
Who the hell killed
Confines are
Snarbo?
filled with violent crimes and depraved offenders, but they're also filled with the stories of those Glorans who choose to serve, who put their lives on the line each
Ugh.
and every day. To them, we say thank you.
You won't be forgotten, Snarbo. You did a neat job. You did a neat job. But that's the end of what they have for the cop files. These are all very interesting, and they have Tig talk too. So I guess that's something that I could react to at some other point. But again, as always, thank you guys for watching. If you have suggestions for other stuff, leave them in the comments below, and I will get to them, because my comment sections are so empty I can see them all so easily. Anyway, see you in the next one. Bye!